Hello aspirants, welcome to IBS. So already we know the NICL assistant notification has been released with 500 vacancies. So let's have a look at the detailed notification in this video. Now let's have a look at the important dates. So as we know, the online registration commences from 18th July 2026 and the last date for registration is 7th August 2026 and the payment of application fee also starts from 18th July to 7th August 2026. So the date of phase 1 examination, that is the preliminary examination, will be held on 27th of August 2026. Next, coming to the online phase 2, that is the student shortlisted for prelims will be attending the mains exam phase 2, that will be held on 30th October 2026. Then downloading of call letter for the examination commences from, that will be notified, you will be getting a message related to that. Now coming to the state-wise vacancies, because it's a assistant exam, we have the state-wise vacancies been given detailed in the notification. So if you look at the one state, just I will be explaining Kerala. So you can see in Kerala you have the language, because for this exam you have the language proficiency test. So whichever state you are applying for that state you have to be proficient in that particular regional language like reading, speaking and writing. So if coming to Kerala you have the Malayalam, and SC you have 5 vacancies, ST no vacancy, then OBC we have 6 vacancies, then EWS 3, unreserved 21. Overall you have 35 vacancies from Kerala state. So remaining vacancies also been mentioned. So whichever state you are applying, you can go through that. Now let's have a look at the eligibility criteria. So should be a citizen of Indian nationality. Then you have the age relaxation and not age relaxation, age limit. As on 1/7/2026, you should be minimum of 21 years to maximum 30 years, and these two dates have been mentioned. So born not earlier than 2/7/1996 and not later than 1/7/2005. So both these dates are inclusive. You have to check that also while applying. Then coming to the educational qualification, as on 1/7/2026, graduate in any discipline. You can be a graduate in any discipline from a recognized university. Then date of passing also has been given, date on the mark list, that also you have to look at. Then you have the language requirement, already have mentioned that reading, writing and speaking knowledge of the regional language of the state or union territory you are applying for. So this is the eligibility criteria, age limit, coming to the regional language and then your nationality. Now coming to the selection process. So we have the 2 phases, that is the phase 1 followed by phase 2, then the regional language test. So let's see selection process. The selection process will consist of online test. So this exam is, we know, online exam. So preliminary and main examination. So therefore candidates qualifying the mains will be shortlisted for the regional language test. So coming to the phase 1 online preliminary examination, what are the topics or what are the sections that will be asked? As we know, English language, reasoning, quantitative aptitude, these are the 3 sections. So all these are objective. English we have 30 questions, 30 marks, 20 minutes. Then we have the reasoning ability, that is for 35 marks, and you have 35 questions, 35 marks, each question carries 1 mark. Then you have 20 minutes session timing. The same way quantitative aptitude, 35 questions, 35 marks and 20 minutes. So overall 100 questions, 100 marks and 1 hour, it's the time. So you have the section timing, it's not composite. So 20 minutes will be given for each section. Now coming to the phase 2, that is the mains examination. That also will be online, and you have the duration consists of objective of 200 marks. The mains exam is for 200 marks and we have 5 sections. So what are they? Test of reasoning, that is objective, and you have 40 questions, maximum of 60 marks and 40 minutes time duration. Then you have English language, test of English language objective, 40 questions, 40 marks and 30 minutes. Then you have the general awareness, the same like bank. So objective type, number of questions is 40, maximum 40 marks and 20 minutes is for the general awareness. Then you have the test of quantitative aptitude, objective 40 questions, 40 marks and you have 35 minutes. So you can see reasoning marks are weightage is more. So reasoning section carries more weightage. Then you have the computer knowledge, that is also objective type. You have 40 questions, maximum marks 20 and 15 minutes. So overall you have number of questions as 200 and maximum marks 200, you have 140 minutes, that is 2 hours 20 minutes. So now let's see some important guidelines for candidates. So what are the points, instructions you have to remember? So examination structure, so National Insurance Company reserves the right to modify the examination structure. Any changes will be notified through the official website of NICL. Then you have the minimum qualifying marks, that is candidate must secure the minimum total score decided by the company in the mains exam. So prelims exam mark will not be considered for the final selection because prelims is just a qualifying round for mains. It's an entry ticket to mains. So final selection is based on performance in your mains examination. Qualification in the regional language test, meeting eligibility alone does not guarantee selection. So then you have the negative marking, that is 1/4 for both prelims and mains examination. Then you have English language questions except English will be available. That means both medium, already in that selection process it has been mentioned. In English language questions will be in English. For quantitative and for the reasoning you can opt either English or Hindi as your language. Then coming to the regional language test, qualified candidates, those who are qualified for mains will be undergoing a regional language test. No separate marks will be awarded for the regional language test, it's just a qualifying round. Then if it is a tie breaking, if two or more candidates obtain equal marks, then depending on the age, senior candidate will be ranked higher. Then you have the final merit list that will be prepared in descending order of the marks in mains examination. The final merit list is subject to students qualifying in the both mains and regional language test, and those updates will be updated in the website. So you have to have a regular monitoring of the website. So this is what is being mentioned in the instructions to the candidates. Now coming to the examination centers, in Kerala we have different districts as centers like Alappuzha, Ernakulam, Kannur, Kollam, Kottayam, Kozhikode, Malappuram, Palakkad, Thiruvananthapuram, Thrissur. So this is regarding the state Kerala. We have different districts. So whichever state you are applying, you can go through that. Now coming to the next, we have some note information which you have to remember. The exam will be conducted online in venue given in the respective call letter. So while applying, whichever state you are applying for, depending on that only you will receive the call letter. So next, no request for change of center, venue or date session shall be entertained. As we know, the same like that of bank exam, how we apply. Now National Insurance Company however have the right to cancel the exam centers and some direction depending on the administrative, all these things as we know. Choice of center once exercised, the candidate will be exercised by the will be the final. You cannot change the choice once you have registered it. So all these have been mentioned. So candidate will not be admitted to the exam without the call letter. So you have to carry your call letter with you. So now coming to the application fee, payable from 18th July to 7th August. So coming to the category SC, ST, PW, BD or ex-service, you have EXS, you have the nil, you need not pay any payment. All candidates other than SC, ST, PW, BD, EXS, you have to pay for the general category rupees 850. Then you know how to apply. Candidates can apply online from this mentioned dates. So you have the different guidelines. So our first step is application registration followed by payment of fees. Then you have the document scanning and uploading. The size and all has been mentioned detailed in the notification. So this is all about the notification video, and already we have the SBI PO notification, IBPS PO notification, and now the NICL assistant. So we have more exams waiting like the clerical exams. So for all these, just one syllabus for bank and insurance. So why waiting? Gear up and start your preparation with IBS.